could we just like go around and you each introduce yourself so that people can associate your voice with your name?
Okay. I'm Jackie, and I play guitar and I sing.
I'm Sophie, and I sing and play guitar.
I'm Hannah, and I play bass.
I'm Caitlin, and I play drums.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. Where are y'all calling from?
I'm in Chicago, same with Jacqueline.
Yeah, I'm in Chicago too.
I'm in Urbana, Illinois.
Okay. And what about you, Sophie?
Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties. What was the question?
She's
Oh.
in Montreal.
Oh, you're in Montreal. I was just asking where you're calling from.
Yep, Montreal.
So cool. Are you there for school right now or just visiting?
Yeah, I'm there for school.
Cool. Well, I guess that's actually a good place to start. The last time I saw all of you was actually in Fishtown in 2024. Very curious to hear what you guys are all getting into now. This might be completely made up, but I thought that you guys had like just recently graduated at the time you were doing that tour. Is that just me or?
At that time, Sophie and I had just finished high school. And so now we're both sophomores in college, and then Jackie and Hannah are both still in high school in Chicago, and they're going to be finishing up with them this year and next year.
Okay, incredible. So you guys have been sort of decentralized for a little bit then, yeah?
Yeah, we've been like learning how to make it work with us all in different spaces, and Sophie and I dealing with like college life and like new schedules, and then Jackie and Hannah still in Chicago.
Nice. Yeah, tell me more about that. How has like the songwriting process changed?
We used to write a lot more like by jamming out, kind of, but because of the distance, it's kind of hard to like write in that sort of process. So now it's more common that like Sophie will come to us with a song where she has like the bass, like lyrics and melody and chord progression. Sometimes we'll like change up the form, workshop some lyrics together, but we all kind of like write our part onto that. And we're still like all jamming on the song together, and Sophie's honestly always very open to like making changes to anything. So it still is like a very collaborative process, but it's a little bit different in that sense. But then when we're together, we still like to, jam out and try to write something together, and it's fun.
Yeah, I feel like it kind of hasn't changed too much. I feel like it usually has always started with me coming with the bare bones of an idea, and then we kind of take it and run with it, and it's open to so much change. And even with the distance, I've still felt inspired to write, and then it's always magical when I bring it to them in person, and then I feel like it's still like a very strong process.
I feel like we're definitely still like writing and being creative throughout the year, but it all comes together when we're together.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. Like, there's nothing quite like playing all together in the room, but that's great. You guys have been able to make it work, and you guys have managed to put together some really great music. So the last drop being your Audio Tree live session. I am really excited to talk to you a little bit more about the songs on that. That's an EP, right? Not a full album.
Yeah, it's like essentially like a live EP. Some of the songs weren't released before, some of them were like on a prior EP. Some of those songs will be out even on a next album, which is exciting, that we were working on over winter break. And then, like Hannah was saying, we wrote a bunch of songs over the last break and recorded those.
That's so exciting. Do you have a date yet of when new music is to drop? Okay, still up in the
No.
air.
We're trying to decide between like early summer or maybe just like end of the year. There's like a lot of moving parts, so we have to figure out like what our timeline is.
Gotcha. And is this another like self-released album, or are you doing the signed?
It'll be self-released again, probably.
Nice.
No, not necessarily. It's still being decided, I would say, is the best answer.
Oh, okay. Okay, so some things potentially in the works. Well, just to get people hip to who you are as Neptune's core, why don't we like just go to the beginning of the story? Can you tell me a little bit about how all four of you started playing together? I don't think people know at this point that we have two sets of sisters.
How I remember it is Caitlin and Sophie. Caitlin's my older sister, 2 years older, and then Sophie's Hannah's older sister. So they're the same age. They kind of came up to me with like some of their other friends from their grade and were like, hey, we kind of just wanted to start a band and like, you're the only person we know that plays guitar. So want to just play some music. And this was in like, I think I was in 3rd grade. So we just started learning a bunch of covers and jamming out. And, you know, we started loving music and like more people joined, other people left, kind of cycled through some people. And we were just like hanging out and having fun and learning our instruments. And then Hannah started playing bass and we didn't have a bass player. So then eventually it came down to us four, the two sets of sisters. And we started playing music together and we did a lot of like open mics at the start and we did some covers, but then we went into writing originals that came together pretty quickly. And at this time, Sophie didn't even know how to play guitar. So when we were writing songs, she would just have the lyrics and the melody and sing them to me. And then I would write a guitar part to her lyrics and melody, which is kind of backwards. But, you know, it made for some cool songs and we learned about the writing process together. So we've been like writing music together for maybe 6 years, just having fun with it. But we started taking it more seriously like 2 or 3 years ago and balancing that with school and just, you know, trying to take it as far as we can.
That's incredible. Love the open mic doing covers to like getting serious about your music pipeline.
And I think having like two sets of sisters, it was almost like telepathic when we were writing or whatever, to just be able to like create these songs. And when we released our EP Called Upon, I feel like that was a really good establishing point. And then we opened up for Dead at the Empty Bottle, going into 2023. And I think that show was another point where we were like, wow, like we really want to do this and see what this whole like being in a band thing is really all about.
That's awesome. Do you have any core memories from some of those first gigs you were doing?
I remember just like being in the green room with Dad and being like, and Wombo was there too, and just being like, holy shit, like I'm such a big fan of them. Like, no way I'm here. Like, this isn't real. And I think that that was just like such a core memory because it just like was so insane. And then going to South by Southwest was another huge moment. We did 8 shows over 5 days, and that was like a big push for us in terms of like playing and keeping our stamina up, meeting so many people, networking. So that was really cool. And then we did an East Coast tour right after that, which was great.
Yeah, I would say South by Southwest and the East Coast tour are definitely my like core memories. And every time we're like writing music or playing a show, I just always feel like the work we're doing is just working towards being able to travel together and play more shows again, because that's really my favorite part of it all, and meeting new people. And then there's like a random core memory from really far back when we first started playing and I got like my first guitar pedal. I would be so scared that there would be like a technical issue with my guitar pedals that I would just pretend to click them on stage, but I wouldn't actually turn the pedals on. So like when the song got really heavy, I would just like pretend like I'm hitting my drive pedal. But I wasn't, which is like really embarrassing. And that just came to my
I
mind.
never
But
knew
now
that.
obviously I use pedals and I like to, you know, have fun. Yeah, I don't think Sophie or Hannah know that, but Caitlin does.
Yeah, Jackie like says that randomly, and I just like can't, like I do believe it because like I feel like I never really like heard it come through that much. I'd be like, okay, like I don't know guitars, like whatever. Like, I barely know how to play drums even, so it was like
Yeah, and I feel like with guitar, like, I really just like writing music with people and that type of stuff. Like, I'm not a huge, like, on the tech nerdy side of guitar playing, so that stuff always scared me so badly. So, fake it till you make it.
Well, that's honestly such a valid fear. Like, I've seen many a shows like awkwardly pause because the pedal's not playing. I always have so much respect when I talk to bands and artists about touring because it is such a rigorous procedure. And I don't think like a lot of people stop to think about just like what a physical toll it takes to be moving to a new city like every night, if not like every other night.
I feel like everything that could have gone wrong has already like happened to us and made us like more prepared for the future. Like when we played in Rockford or whatever, and there was like hardly anyone in sight in the crowd. It was like maybe 20 people scattered through the whole place, but it was cool. It was like, I don't know, it was good vibes still.
Yeah, I feel like it's like the anticipation of something going wrong is so scary, but then when something actually goes wrong, you're just like, oh, whatever, like, we'll just fix it, and then it's always fine. So just, I don't know. I feel like that's helped with stage fright. I know that wasn't even a question, but like, yeah, I don't know.
No, this is covering so many interesting things. I mean, you guys definitely have earned kind of the vets title from the tour you've done. I wanted to ask, with all the travel, like, do you have any pre-show rituals that helps like get you grounded and like in the right headspace and feeling prepared when you play a show?
I'd say definitely the vocal warm-ups. We do some like pretty silly vocal warm-ups and a lot of tongue twisters, and we all like get in a circle and do it. I mean, we used to do that more, but now we kind of don't.
Can
She
you
said
do one
we
of
could
Yeah,
the
let's do it.
do one. We do one that like where
Oh,
we say
God.
red leather, yellow leather,
I
but we
can't do
sing
that
it.
one though.
Okay,
But we
hip
sing
to
really
that
loud.
one. Hip to that one.
Yeah, I don't know if I feel like if we try to sing it together, it's gonna
Wait,
be
Jackie, let Sophie.
We can't hear you, so.
Rather the yellow, the red, the yellow, the red, the yellow, the red.
Okay, actually, never mind.
You just say it as fast as you can while you like go up and down the scale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like we just like do a bunch of those and just like laugh so much, and I feel like that helps get a lot of the nervous energy out. It's like not even for practicality is it helping their vocals. I have no clue. Probably not, honestly. It just is like a good bonding thing. And I feel like most importantly, we have our post-show rituals where we go and we eat so much food together. Like sometimes we always have to hit up a Wendy's drive-through with like
Okay.
getting fries and Frosties. And then sometimes we'll get like a whole meal somewhere too, and then we just have a sleepover. So yeah.
Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say pre-show ritual. We always like get good dinner. I feel like we always want Mexican food. We always find Mexican food.
True. We always
Or
get
we
like
drink our Thai
tacos
iced tea
and
on
stuff.
stage.
Oh, love a Thai iced tea.
Wait, didn't you and Caitlin do that at like a
Yeah,
show
and then
we
we
played
got
at in
really
the summer
sick.
because it
Yeah,
was like
bad
bad milk
idea.
or something?
Stomach issues
Yeah, I
after
don't
that.
know.
On
We were
stage
like,
too.
oh, it tastes like kind of, yeah, we were like, it tastes kind of different. And we're like playing this show, and halfway through, I was like, I'm so fucked. Like, I'm so fucked. And Sophie and I, after we get off the stage, and we're like double over instantly. Like, it was like, oh my God, it was
And
genuinely
it was
horrible.
like 95 degrees out, and we were playing right in the sun too, because it was like a
Oh,
summer like
Yeah,
street
the
fest.
shading was not lining up with how the sun was hitting us. And it was like there were like it was a street fest, so there were like genuinely like probably like 2 or 300 people right in front of us. And it was just like act normal, act normal. And oh my God.
that's awful. But see, yet another thing to like make it a vet. Like we've been through
Exactly.
it.
And Thai food and Mexican food before has like a 98% success rate now instead of 100, but
Do you feel like, I mean, I can really imagine like touring and performing with your sister on stage, as well as like you guys have been friends for such a long time. Do you feel like that really helps to cut through the stage fright? I don't know if you guys have ever have any of you like performed by yourself and noticed a big difference?
I performed a bit by myself, but it's really hard. I mean, it's hard regardless to go on stage, but it is so helpful to have these guys. Yeah, completely. And the fact that we're all kind of sisters, we can read each other's minds and really help each other out, even when we can't communicate that.
This might like sound offensive to them, but when I've performed by myself or with other people, I'm actually less nervous. And I don't know what it is, but it's not them. I think it's because like I care so much about how our shows go. So I put a lot of pressure on myself. And when it's with other people or by myself, it doesn't feel like the shows have as much gravity for some reason.
I
That is great.
relate more to Sophie on this. Like I've only ever played with other people in like jazz combos or whatever. But that makes me so nervous. I don't know if it's because I don't know the people as well. It's a different style of music I'm not as comfortable with. It's music I didn't write. But that is like much more nerve-wracking than like performing with all of them. Like if I'm on stage and like Sophie just like throws me a look, it's kind of just like, oh, everything's gonna be fine. Like, this is awesome. I'm with my best friends.
So when I saw you guys in 2024, like I was not hip to you at all. I think I just like showed up to that show on a whim, but completely became obsessed with your sound. It's such a like amazing collection of harmonies, rock music. I feel like you guys play with a lot of different tensions and emotions in your music. And like for people who had literally just graduated high school and their younger sisters, it's so impressive the type of music you guys have put out. Um, with your most recent drop, I wanted to start by asking about Mind Blinker because it stands out to me as just one of the most interesting songs I've heard from you. It's a little bit different, but it still plays on like my favorite themes that I wrote down as like harmonic. There's like a primal sort of sound to it, very dramatic and cutting, but I'd love to hear like the story behind Mind Blinker.
Damn, thank you. Everything you're saying is exactly like what I wish for someone to be saying about that. Like, thank you. Like your comments are very specific and I appreciate what you appreciate. It's the same things that I try to construct in writing songs. Something that is so like harmonically centered. Yeah, so with that song, I was like, oh, I'll do it in drop D. I don't usually write in drop D. And that kind of led the whole endeavor. And I came up with the main melody. And then I just immediately heard a harmony that kind of was almost another melody in a way. Something that was a very much like of a duo in singing. And I'm very inspired by Cocteau Twins in the way that their melody speaks so loudly, to the point where they don't even have lyrics that are decipherable. So the lyrics are important, but I really do think the melody is where the song finds its voice. And yeah, like I took it to the band and we kind of talked about maybe adding drums and adding more of like an elaborate thing to it. But what really felt special to us was just having it be guitar and me, Jackie, and Hannah singing. And it also allowed us to do like a third part harmony, which is rare for us and really special. And I remember the first time we played it live was we were at the Metro opening up for Frico for their debut album release. And it was just a very special showcase of that song. And I think a lot of people appreciated it. And it felt like just a special moment in time.
That's so cool. Yeah, I'm like such a sucker for harmonies, and so I think that's like a big thing that keeps me so interested in your guys' sound. Do you have any inspirations for those harmonies?
I am hugely inspired by Phenome. I love their
Okay.
harmonies and the way that they take dissonance and can make it something that is so appealing and so satisfying. And it's just so powerful. And it's like, they're so risky with it. Like the things that they do are risky. And I think that's why they're one of my favorite bands, because it totally works for me. And I'm in love with it. Um, I think dissonance and harmony is everything. Like that is where the money's at in terms of invoking emotion. Um, and yeah, truly, like I love it. And there's so many artists who have excellent harmonies, and that's what I look for in songs too. I love harmonies. And I think that totally shows up in our writing. And Jackie is also just fantastic at writing such a compelling part to be intertwined with the vocal melody that I'll bring. Um, and it's really magical. And it's also like Jackie's guitar part harmonizes with us too. And same with Hannah's bass lines, like the undertones. I really do think that we all collaborate in making powerfully dissonant songs. Yeah, I think we all are emotional writers.
Yeah, I agree. And I'll say another one of my favorite like vocal things is when two people sing at the same time, but it's like different lyrics and kind of a different rhythm too. Like the band Dead that we were talking about earlier. They have a song called Water, and in the chorus, they're both just like kind of screaming different lyrics. And this band Heinz does that a lot too. So I want to incorporate that more into our songs because that's one of my favorite things. And we do that like at Mind Blinker in the end. Sophie's part and my part are kind of like singing similar things, but then Hannah's is completely different. And I love that there's these like two different messages coming through at the same time. And there's still like the melody that they're following along with together and the harmony. And then in terms of like my guitar parts, sometimes when I'm writing vocal harmonies and guitar parts, I have to decide, do I want to sing this or do I want to play it on guitar? Sometimes I'll have like two harmony ideas and I'm like, well, if I can't sing both of them live, then I can just play one on guitar, which is really fun.
So is it usually like Sophie will have the standard melody and then Jackie, you're figuring out what the harmony is or vice versa?
It's usually
Yeah, I
what
feel
you
like
said, um, except on rare occasions. Sometimes I'll have like this kind of already idea of what I want the harmonies to be, and then I'll express that. But it's you like with Mind Blinker, that was the case, where I feel like I couldn't just bring the song with one part. Like I right off the bat, I was like, "Yo, this is a like a duet," you know. But usually Jackie will find the harmony and like create it, and it'll just end up being so perfect.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, I wanted to ask about Mind Blinker just because like sonically it does sound pretty different from a lot of your other music. Do you guys as a group have a song that is your favorite to play live?
Probably our unreleased song Lemon Car, which will be coming out on our next album. So keep your ears
Okay.
peeled. But I'd say that's like kind of like the main track of the album anyway. And it's just really fun and upbeat and like it's hard not to dance along to it. And then there's also just so many like fun moving parts going on within it. So yeah, probably Lemon Car.
Yeah, I feel like that one
Yeah.
really has been like connecting with people when we play it live. So I'm super excited for the single to come out and it'll be accompanied by a music video, which will be super cool. So we worked on that over this winter break, and that song, writing it was like so much fun. I feel like all of our parts are just kind of like based on like feel or vibe. Like it was just super cohesive. We just jammed on it for a really long time and like picked out what parts would work. And Sophie had this just like these fun, crazy lyrics and stuff, which are like relatable, but also just like whimsical.
Okay, sick. Very excited to hear it.
I
Um,
really like we also have a new song. It's called Cavalry King, and again, it'll be
Calorie
on the
King?
record. It's not released yet, but this is kind of like it was a fun exercise because it's about like a soldier who lost his horse, which is like pretty unrelatable upon first glance. And like honestly, it's pretty unrelatable. I don't know. Anyway, I really like playing it. It's super fun, and I I love our songs, but not all of them are quite as fun, you know? But this song happens to be like a fun song, kind of like Lemon Car, and it's great to play it. One time like I put a cowboy hat on stage, and it's always fun to have like a little prop going on.
Hell yeah. Wait, I'm assuming it's not called Calorie King. What is
Oh,
it?
Yeah, I just put it in the chat.
It's Cavalry King.
Oh, cavalry. Gotcha.
Like
Okay, cool.
like a horse, basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, makes sense. I was like, Ozempic anthem? Or
Yeah, I know.
yeah, no, that's better. That's better. Okay, I'm excited to hear this because yeah, definitely a lot of your songs are just like sound very like emotional and very vulnerable. I can imagine that like singing that on stage would be some sort of like cathartic experience. So cool. Everyone should definitely stay tuned. I'll definitely let people know when it comes out. Um I've heard you guys talk about like some of your references and inspirations. Cockatoo Twins, love that. Phenome. I saw that you guys had reposted on your Instagram the recent album put out by Feller with the caption "Perfect Album." What is it that makes an album like theirs perfect?
That was me. We had just seen their show and I was like listening to the album on repeat and I just love it. And I think they have like, first of all, their drummer is just like one of the most amazing drummers I've seen live, period. Like he's so talented and they do so many like dynamic changes. He drums so fast and like syncopation and just like really drives the songs. And I
Yeah,
feel like
it's
for
like
a
not
three piece,
overkill at all.
yeah.
It's actually amazing.
Yeah, and for a three-piece, like, they sound so full and incredible, and, like, uh, their album has a lot of, like, more intense, catchy, dancey stuff, but then it also gets slower, and there's some just guitar and vocal moments, which I think is really special, and it's, like, a short and sweet album. I think it's, like, mid-20s, I think,
24
like
minutes.
yeah,
Yeah.
24 minutes, which like it just flies by and it leaves you wanting more. And then their live shows are just phenomenal too. So just great all around.
And being
I
able to
also
like
think,
feel
oh,
the
sorry.
energy when you, sorry, I don't know, just gonna say like being able to feel the energy of them playing when you're listening to it is like, that's like my favorite thing about listening to a band when it's just like so provocative.
The production on that album was also just like really good. They recorded it with like Doug Malone from Jam Deck Studios, which is who we recorded our EP Called Upon with. And he just like really knows how to capture a moment and a feeling. And I think that's so like prevalent within that album because like every song is so distinct and like full. And I feel like most sound engineers cannot do that, especially in a way that's not overbearing or like too complicated.
Hmm. Yeah, I see what you mean. So those were all of my questions.
We also have like a newsletter. Sorry, this is like kind of related. A newsletter with like or we can just send you the link. We have like a playlist with some like influential songs or stuff we've been listening to lately. I don't know if that's like of interest to you or would help like um frame the other artist influence stuff at all.
Yeah, no, that would be great. Is there anything else you guys want to plug while you're here?
Just keep your eyes peeled for some new releases.
New releases from Neptune's core.
Hmm?
Okay, guys, well, thank you so much for being on the show. I
Thank
will
you.
make sure that, yeah, totally,
Yeah,
totally.
thanks. This was really fun.